Hey everybody, welcome to Character Modeling. That's correct, Character Modeling. We've made it halfway through the course. We're pretty close to it actually, so week 5. So we've gotten pretty far with a lot of cool things. So let's get started with this week. So this week we're going to finish the second part of the body. We still have 2 weeks left with that. And then we're also going to do a really cool assignment for Mudbox. And really start figuring out how to use sculpting a little bit more and how other programs can really help out your modeling techniques and how you can take your FBX files and import them to other programs, because 3ds Max is great, but it doesn't do everything, and there's something that can really get into some details, and so let's talk about that a little bit today. So yeah, let's get into it a little bit with the 3D sculpting intro, and I'm going to say programs that have 3D sculpting capabilities. Much like Blender and all those things, there's some really good elements with that, like ZBrush, Mudbox, Blender. These are sculpting programs. And with sculpting programs, you can do a lot. And these are programs that bring traditional sculpting techniques to 3D and applies them to actual 3D modeling, which is great. He's focused specifically on modeling and textures, saves animation for 3ds Max and Maya and all these other programs that work with it. Now, there's techniques that you can use with this a lot of times. You can integrate photographic detail, you can edit editing stencils, you have tiling planes and adding wear and tear on tiles and textures. There's so much you can do with Mudbox. Now, who uses Mudbox in these sculpting programs? Well, obviously us, artists, video game designers, movie production studios, commercials. There's so many ways that they do this. Even the military uses these programs as well. There's so many ways to go about this. And you can develop so much detail in your modeling, such as scars, scales, armor dents, skin blemishes, and so much more. And those that are bent into the model itself, not just on some cloth or some type of texturing. You can actually do it into the model, which is really cool. Keep in mind though, when you're using these programs though, you're adding a lot more polygons and a lot more verts, because it's adding more detail and they become very heavy and taxing on the renderer, so just be careful about that. And also on the process power too of the computer that you're using, that's going to be a huge ply about that. So keep in mind, it's great for realistic images, but before you start using these programs really in depth for your own modeling, I would suggest getting good with some low poly images first with these sculpting textures before you get, or sculpting programs before you really in some high res capabilities, taking on massive endeavors. But yeah, that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using Mudbox today. So yeah, let's talk about what we're going to be doing this week and go from there. So cool thing, no discussion this week. So you don't have to do a discussion. Nothing due on Tuesday, nothing due on Saturday. These are going to be all on Sunday. And this week, I'd like you to actually go into Mudbox, download Mudbox. You should have a license for it. If not, ask the personal support center. They should help you out with that. And download it and take a look. And what I would love you to do is first open the program and just take a template head, or if you want to make your own head, you can, and try to use 2 of the tools or more, and just play around with it. Just use Mudbox, play around with it, and just make some changes, mold the head into your own, do whatever you feel like you want to do with it. That's going to be awesome right there. And that would be great. I'd like an image of the front of that head and the side of that head. That would be great. So 2 images. So that way I can see what you did with the original head and then what tools that you use. Also, in the comments, in the assignment, or in a Word document, please also submit this as well. Please make sure to let me know what tools you used and why you used them. That would be great. So that's your Mudbox sculpt. That's going to be due on Sunday. And then second part of your character body. So character body should be 60 to 70% done at this point. I'd like to see a front view and a rear view, or a side view, so that way I can see the model and both elements and give you some full feedback. Other than that, it's pretty much it. So this character should be 2/3 of the way done. I torso, hips, pelvis, probably some arms, maybe a leg or 2, and then finishing up the last week with hands and feet or something like that. That way you have a little bit more time with some other elements. That would be cool. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking for this. Other than that, that's all I got. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I should see a second announcement later in the week, and that's pretty much all I got. So be safe, have fun, enjoy, my friends. Take it easy. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, good luck with everything, and hope to see you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.